Jai.
Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki. Jai. Jai Sati Sutta ki. Jai Mahadev Subhadra ki. Jai Mahasishwara ki. Jai Bhatt Transcendental Book Mahatma ki. Jai. The gold ring Manandi. Oh, glorious to you. Glorious to Sri Guru Rango, glorious to Sri Guru Pada. Manu Shri Vidaya Krishna Krishna. Srimati Bhakti. Came off the altar, and again you're getting ready for Sankirtan, that's what it is. Getting ready for the day on book distribution. Come and join us today.
We have the other class as well.
Pardon?
We have the other class of
Another
so we start cooking at 3:34.
Yeah? Oh, in your house?
Yeah.
Oh, you have a program?
Yes.
Dave, make sure you distribute some books though for the marathon.
Yes.
Don't just cook and eat. Well, if you're reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, I don't know where. Anyone know?
11:44.
11:44.
Yes.
Excellent. 11:44. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Adi-Lila chapter 11, text 44. The title of the chapter, I don't know whether it Lord Nityananda's associates or something. What's it called? What's the chapter called? Doesn't say. Yes, it doesn't say here.
The expansions of Lord Nityananda.
Ah, okay. Doesn't say. It's the old edition. The old edition doesn't give the title. Very cool. So 44, please repeat. Nityananda Britya.
Nityananda Britya.
Nityananda Britya.
Nityananda Britya.
Paramananda.
Paramananda.
Upadhyaya.
Upadhyaya.
Shri Jiva.
Shri Jiva.
Shri Jiva Pandita.
Shri Jiva Pandita.
Nityananda.
Nityananda.
Nityananda Guna.
Nityananda Guna.
Gaya.
Gaya.
Nityananda Britya Paramananda Upadhyaya.
Nityananda Britya Paramananda Upadhyaya.
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Guna Gaya.
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Guna Gaya.
Nityananda Britya Paramananda Upadhyaya.
Nityananda Britya Paramananda Upadhyaya.
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Janananda Vichya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Nityananda Vichya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Janananda Vichya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Nityananda Vichya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Nityananda Britya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Nityananda Vichya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Nityananda Britya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Nityananda Vichya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Nityananda Britya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Nityananda Vichya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Ladies,
Nityananda Britya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Nityananda Vichya Paramananda Upadhyaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Shri Jiva Pandita Nityananda Gunagaya
Nityananda Britya
Nityananda Britya
servant of Nityananda Prabhu
Servant of Nityananda Prabhu
Paramananda Upadhyaya
Paramananda Upadhyaya
of the name Paramananda Upadhyaya
of the name Paramananda Upadhyaya
Shri Jiva Pandita
Shri Jiva Pandita
of the name Shri Jiva Pandit
of the name Shri Jiva Pandita.
must be a different Jiva than the one we know me. No, Nityananda.
Nityananda.
That's an easy one. What does Nityananda mean? Well, it doesn't describe exactly. Lord Nityananda Prabhu.
Lord Nityananda Prabhu.
Guna.
Guna.
Qualities.
Qualities.
Gaya.
Gaya.
Glorified.
Glorified.
The word Gaya. Word Gaya. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Paramananda Upadhyaya Nityananda was Nityananda Prabhu's great servitor. Sri Jiva Pandit glorified the qualities of Sri Nityananda Prabhu. Purport. Sri Paramananda Upadhyaya was an advanced devotee. His name is mentioned in the Chaitanya Bhagavat, where Sri Jiva Pandit is also mentioned as the second son of Ratnagarbha Acharya and a childhood friend of Hidaya Ojan, the father of Nityananda Prabhu. In the Gaura Ganadesh Deepika, verse 169, it is said that Sri Jiva Pandit was formerly the gopi name Indira. It's significant. So, what to say? Great servitors of Lord Nityananda. What is a servitor? What is a servitor? It doesn't mean one who serves it or something else. What is a servitor? What does it mean to be a servitor?
Those who serve.
Pardon?
Those who serve.
You could simplify it by just saying those who serve as a servitor, but in terms of the essential nature of a servitor, what would it be?
For the pleasure of the master.
Yeah, it should be, isn't it? And it's not like, yeah, I want to do this for you. Okay, that's all right. It's not bad. But maybe the master doesn't want that. I want to cook pizza for you. The master doesn't like pizza, but I want to cook it for you. Yeah, it's something, but it's not deep. It's not really a at least in terms of loving relationships, you wouldn't consider that the right approach. So in the name of service, we may, say, I like to do what I like to do for Krishna, or for my spiritual master. It's definitely something, isn't it? At any stage, no doubt. But it's not the real essence of Bhricha, or these followers of Lord Nityananda are not conditional. They're not conditional. In many, because these are eternal associated expansions of Nityananda. As Krishna expands, or the various expansions, Radharani expands, all the various ways that they expand, they're expansions of their own kind of personality, practically speaking, in separated form to act seemingly as individuals and so on and so forth. The internal Shakti of the Lord, so they're a little different, but from our point of view we try to follow their mood, which is the mood of devotional service on that level of spontaneity which they are, where there's no question of not bringing pleasure to Krishna. The expansion is simply to bring pleasure to Krishna, whatever. Even if it's a negative thing. I was reading this morning how Rupa Goswami is describing how, why is it that sometimes some of the Lord's eternal associates, his eternal servitors, act inimically towards him. And he gave the example of Lord Brahman. And the simple answer, Krishna wanted it. He simply wanted that. So he made it happen. His Leela Shakti acted in such a way to make them bewildered, and they seem to act inimically. And that's the will of the Lord for his eternal associates. Confidential. Rupa Goswami described Lord Brahma as a confidential associate of the Lord. But the Lord made him act inimically, and his power was competitive to the Lord's or something. Others too. It's not always the case, of course. But the Lord's eternal associates, they sometimes act apparently. But it's for the service of the Lord. It's not because they're inimical towards him. It's actually that's part of their service to the Lord. For the jiva is a little different. We've actually developed, or let's say, we have an inimical state of consciousness towards the will of the Lord. And devotional service is a transformative process. And how does that transformation take place? Well, and even on the beginning stages, it takes place by the association of those who have the right mentality or the right attitude. And there are many other details you could say and which go along with that, but that's the basic foundational principle. And on a higher level, of course, if once one crosses that barrier of, let's say, conditional life and comes to the pure platform, the same principle is there again, that one follows those who have that particular eternal, complete mood of devotion to the Lord. In the sadhaka stage, in the practicing stage which we're on, especially in that stage of Vaidhi sadhaka, then it's kind of a bit mechanical. It's not so spontaneous, Oh, why do I have to do this? I mean, why do you have to get up for Mangalati, damn it, What's the point of it, Why do you have to take a bath every time, Botheration. Why are you going out and selling books, What's the point of it? They don't like books anyway. They don't even read them. I don't think they do anyway. Although, you had a nice experience the other day, didn't you? You were walking to Châtelet or something, wasn't it? And you heard some conversation between some young French girls, were they?
Yeah, they were very 16, 17.
16, 17-year-old kids.
Yeah.
French kids, huh?
Yeah, French.
Talking to some Christians or something?
Yeah.
What they say?
So they were so the Christian party was tell them oh, what book you are talking about, that Buddha book and whatever, they talk about, kind of want to say that's nonsense, and they were very much having said, no, it does not talk about Buddhism or anyism, it does not talk about, and it was more about, so what they were kind of defending Bhagavad Gita, saying that it is talk about how to recognize your own self. And
these young girls, huh? They got the book, huh?
Yeah, and they're very much what I heard from their voice, they were very faithful and confident what they are saying. So I was because they were like so young, and there was like 4 people like you.
Christians.
Yeah, and we actually sometimes cross them also.
I thought you said something like that you should read this book and see it.
I wanted to turn around, but first of all, I was late for destination. I wanted to be there, and the second time they also left, and I don't wanted to make like sort of drama.
But you
because
see,
we were not
somehow or
so
another,
happy.
you may not know it, but it's in many cases, they're ready. There's some effect on their perception. It's the perception which changes one's way of seeing things. The material world, the whole problem, the material world, everyone sees things with themselves in the center. Whether it's their own personal idea of self or collective group selfism, groupism, religious groupism, political groupism, social groupism, gender groupism, whatever it may be, proclivity groupism. So much groupism is there, and everyone's trying to always defend their group or recruit for their group, like that, and so on and so forth. But it's all external. It's not actually the real nature of the self. It's not really devotion. It's perhaps a reflection of actual ritual or real pure devotional service, which is, as we all know, the qualification or the definition of pure devotion given by Rupa Goswami. I guess many of you know it off by heart. That verse?
Adi-Lila.
Panditjis, all the pandits are here today. We're Janananda, the Mahapandit, but he's not here this morning. Adi-Lila Shunyam Jnana Kamajanapatam. Anukulyena. Okay, it's one thing to describe the selfless or the motivation, selfless motivation, no other desire. But the word anukul, what is anukul? Favorable. Favorable to who? To me?
To Krishna.
To Krishna. And that's the essence of this. So they're acting exactly. You take any situation, but it's said like, for instance, in the Adi-Lila, and well, they're dancing. Or even, let's get more to Chaitanya Lila, in the Rath Yatra festival, they're not dancing, look at me. I've got the latest dance motions, or the latest Mridanga beats, listen to my beat on my djembe, or if you're lucky you might have a Mridanga. Or look at my latest style of hair, my latest tilak. Look at my yogi, look at me, no one sings better than I do. Sometimes that degree of that mentality comes in, if not absolute. Some degree is there at least. In some kind of self-show, I want to lead the kirtan. I want to lead the kirtan. Sometimes people get very angry if they're not put on the list. We have that experience every year, right? Yeah. Some devotees, they think they're most qualified. I should be on the list. I should be leading the most. I'm the best singer. I'm the best devotee. So definitely I should be leading. Was that the mood during Lord Chaitanya's time in Rathayatra? I don't think so. Lord Chaitanya personally chose them, didn't he? He chose the singers, he chose the supporters, he chose the Mridanga players, he chose the dancers, he chose the kartal players. Why? Why? Favoritism, right? Favoritism. He chose his own group. Like those guys. They can't beat. Why did he choose them?
Because he's good.
Huh?
Because he's good.
Because he's God.
Because of the attitude?
Not exactly. I mean, yes and no. But he's not in that mood, is he? What mood is he in? He's not in the mood of God, Rathayatra, is he? Jagannath's God, isn't he? What mood is Lord Chaitanya in?
A devotee of Lord.
Not just a devotee. Which mood is he in?
Just to please the Lord. Just to please Krishna.
Yeah, he's in the mood of who pleases the Lord the most? Radharani's in the mood of Radharani. So why is he organizing these Sankirtan parties? Is it like, to show off or what? Because it's to please him? Is that what he's doing? What is he doing? If you don't know, they'll get upset and leave him or something. Or why is he organizing it? Like this.
He knows what will give that's the best arrangement for Jagannath's pleasure.
Yeah. His whole mood, in the mood of Radharani, is making her expansion, his expansion. They're bringing most pleasure to Lord Jagannath. That's devotion. Thinking, I can give the most pleasure. But they're always thinking, what would be the arrangement to bring the most pleasure to my master, to Krishna? He's choosing those. And it's particularly because Radharani knows absolutely, she's the personification of bringing pleasure to Krishna. There's nothing else in her existence. So all the devotees are literally dancing, chanting, playing musical instruments according to them, and it's described like that. The heartbeat of Lord Chaitanya. Swarup Damodar is reciting exactly the various songs and prayers according to the mood that Lord Chaitanya is experiencing in his love with Jagannath, Krishna. It's not like, there's no selfish, it's completely anarchical, totally anarchical. There's any degree of mixture there, absolutely. So we follow that, this process of Sankirtan is that we may not be, of course, in that mood of consciousness, but the process is there. Sankirtan is the Yuga, not only just the Yuga Dharma, this is Lord Chaitanya's experiencing prema. It's not just a Yuga Dharma to become purified or to save the conditioned souls, but this is the actual Lord's experiencing highest love of Godhead, highest love of God, Krishna Prema, pure devotion, bhakti rasa. It's through the Sankirtan, through the performance. But it's not just bang, crash, wallop, whatever we say, slightly impure ways. But it's actually a loving exchange. It's a performance. It's a reenaction in Adi-Lila of the Rasa-Lila, basically. Sankirtan. And this has been expanded, as we know, by the pure devotees of the Lord who know what the desire of the Lord is. They're not like sitting down speculating day and night, looking at the latest ways of doing things. They may also do that, but that's not how it comes about. They're actually, like Prabhupada said when he translates his books, it's not like, he's kind of like, he said clearly, several devotees take testimony to this, that Prabhupada had said that when he sits down at night to translate his book, actually Krishna sits next to him. Krishna sits next to him and tells him what to write. It's not like, he's kind of like, now I'm really clever, I can remember that now. It's not like that at all. Simply the relationship between the pure devotee and the Lord, and how to share the process for the transformation to take place with the conditioned souls. It's not enough just to present the transcendental, let's say, behavior, the transcendental nature. The people misunderstand it. They're conditioned to see things in the wrong way. And then, as you say, they start to think this is just nonsense or something. So they present the path whereby people's perception can be transformed. Instead of just seeing it from their own perspective, they can gradually become purified of this diseased condition of life, to see myself in the center. Gradually, step by step. So the distribution of the holy name, prasadam, and Prabhupada, the spiritual master, particularly emphasized the distribution of transcendental literature. A little bit high for most people, you could say. But just like those young teenager kids, they managed to pick something up. You wouldn't have expected it. To such an extent that they were convinced. This is the truth. You guys are missing out. You may call yourself what you may call yourself, and you may have your faith or blind faith, whatever you've got. But you're missing the point. You should read this book and see what the point is. It's not just a matter of aligning oneself with sentimental mission and without any philosophy. Prabhupada said Religion without philosophy is fanaticism. And philosophy without religion?
Mental speculation.
Speculation. It's just, what's the point of it? Both have to be there. When I say religion, we don't mean some dogmatic thing, but you know, you get the point without some, say, spiritual substance, direction from the Supreme Lord. We don't just work it out ourselves, and we don't just blindly follow without any philosophical understanding. Both should be there. So the book should be there. They must be there, in fact. Absolute requirement. To solidify us so that we get easily swept away by deep sentiments for whatever it may be. Sahajiyas and Vaishnavism. Sahajism comes in quite often. Cheap perspective of devotional service is not cheap. It's based on absolute principle, absolute truth. So anyway, it's a big topic. So these pure devotees of Lord, of course, they don't have to learn devotional service. They're the personification of pure devotion. But they give their association to us. We're getting a little bit of an opportunity just by hearing about them. Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes how by hearing about these pure devotees of the Lord, one automatically develops, confidence, and determination, and satisfaction by hearing about them. And the devotees of the Lord are non-different in one sense, being expansions of the Lord. The parishas, they're not conditioned souls, they're his actual internal energies. And each of his energies has a different characteristic, so personified in these different individuals who come to assist the Lord. Just like if we give an example, I don't know, you can kind of give an example. Say you're having a party, you can probably find a better example on the material plane, but let's say you're having a party. You know parties? Tonight's Saturday, right? You're going for parties tonight?
In a day.
You're going for a party? Where's your party?
Maybe at Shetley.
Huh?
Maybe at Shetley.
I thought you're going to the Eiffel Tower tonight for a party.
That's another party.
Oh, you're going for two parties today. Well, that's good. You're the right man to hang out with today. He knows where all the good parties are.
My friend has a nice place.
Is he?
Yes.
Well, who's your friend? Well, that guy over there. That's not interesting. You never know what he's going to do. Okay, you like to hang out at a party with people you want to be with, right? You don't want to hang out with people you never want to see their face. It's not much of a party, is it? Or they're completely, you're going to a party with, all your young teenage friends or something. There's your, grumpy old, aunt there coming in, turn that rubbish off, nonsense music. Get those horrible kids out of here. You're not in much of a party. You want to go with compatibility, right? Persons who are in the same groove, isn't it? Really, it becomes a bit distasteful, doesn't it? Everyone's going to sit there and be silent. Hope that guy doesn't start speaking. But I better not say anything because he might answer me. What am I going to say? What am I going to do here? It's not very comfortable. You probably had that experience sometimes. Because you even in ISKCON sometimes they serve the prasadam on tables, the round table, just now round tables, and everyone's looking which table to look on. Which one to sit down on. Oh my God! Oh no! Come and sat down next to me. Oh my word! I got to go to the toilet quick, Then you come back and change tables or something. We're not on that high platform maybe, but that discrimination is there. You want to sit with persons you can relate with, isn't it? Persons who have something you want to share with or hear from or something or another. Some compatibility is there. You end up on, and when you end up on a table with persons you really don't feel, you kind of sit there eating as quickly as you can to get out of there without saying a word, kind of uncomfortable. Not digest properly. It's kind of weird. Anyway, it's like you have to rise above all that stuff, but it's often like that kind of compatibility. And share the spiritual world as well. without any animosity, without any envy, without any, selfish agenda, but it's just the nature of the expansions of the Lord that they have different characteristics and they have different parts to play. Even Janananda's associates are mainly gopas. They remain in the mood of Sakyras. So naturally they feel comfortable in that mood of Sakyras. There's some overlapping, but generally that's the case. If you're enjoying friends Sakyras with your mates and your mum comes in the middle of it all, it doesn't fit, does it? You see you there with a girl or something, or drinking something, or whatever you do at parties. It breaks the fun. That. So it's compatibility. So devotional service is all about compatibility, really. On whatever platform it is, it's ultimately about pure compatibility. These devotees here, they're eternal associates of the Lord, and by their very behavior they glorify the qualities of Janananda, not just by their words, but their very behavior, everything about them glorify according to Janananda, because they're literally his limbs, you could say, practically speaking, they're inseparable from him, and they fully act according to the mood of Lord Nityananda. They bring him satisfaction or helping him fulfill. And Prabhupada says that the disciple's duty is to assist the spiritual master in fulfilling his mission. That's how we cultivate this mood of pure devotional compatibility, changing our perception. So we try to mold our lives in a way to help assist the spiritual master in their mission. So it works. There's grey areas at our stage, but that's the objective, to come to the pure platform of practicing devotional service. And we learn that principle. The spiritual master isn't a spiritual master unless he's acting like that himself to fulfill the mission of his Prabhupada. His whole life was to fulfill the mission of Bhaktisiddhanta Maharaj. His life was to fulfill the mission of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. This Guru of Guru Nishta, don't become a Guru of an offender, but we want to develop our Guru Nishta, our faith, in that line or in that principle. Devi Parabhakti Tadevi Tatago. One has this firm faith in the order of the spiritual master, and ultimately in Krishna, of course. Everything's revealed. You have to make a separate endeavor. But that firm faith isn't just some blind faith, it's philosophical. You read, you study the literature that the spiritual master directs us. And we gave us so many books. So many books. And probably not all of you have read them 10 times. Have you read the CC 10 times yet? Some of you may have. Probably. Some of you have not probably even read it. Maybe you haven't had time, or you're still young in devotion, but these books are there for reading, they're not just there for distributing. You probably made that quite clear, did you not? You read these books. I've written them mainly for my followers, students. And not just for distribution. They are also, but primarily for, first and foremost, at least for the devotees. They go on and on. They're meant to be read and absorbed, like food. You don't just cook food and that's the end of it. Huh? Or just give it away and starve. You also have to eat, right? If you don't eat, you won't be able to distribute it or cook it after a while. If you want to have any strength, you're done. You have to eat it, but you have to eat it so that you can get strength from it. You just shovel it in like a garbage truck that comes along, crunches it all up and spews it all out. To be digested, subject matter has to be digested. Relevant. So, you have to, again, it may not be the time, but, we have to digest what we hear. So different stages, obviously different, like a child having a baby, how much can a baby eat? What does a baby eat? had some of you who've had babies. What does a baby eat?
Milk.
Milk. You try feeding a baby a samosa, what will it do? Hot samosa. Try to scream. What else it can do? It might try to eat it, but it won't be able to digest it. It's sick. It can only digest certain things at certain stages. The people are like that, consciously unable to digest subject matter beyond their ability or capacities. But something's there, like those kids. Somehow or other they could understand, some spiritual truth. You're not your body or something. Something was there. So to try to get that moving. Anyway, the whole topic of book distribution in terms of its overall effect is unending. And it's obvious that many people who take the books are not quite ready to read them, but Prabhupada said they're all marked. We were reading yesterday to Marcus, and we were saying that every book has a name on it. It's got its destination. Like a master's got it. May go this way and this way and this way, but it's got its destination. Not in vain. Not in vain at all. The benefit a person gets from contacting, it's another aspect, the association of pure devotees is there, and just by their touching it or showing any kind of relationship with the books is some great benefit for them. Because they take it and read it, and give a donation, buy it, read it, you get tremendous benefit. Even if they don't follow, they don't fully understand, but they read something at least. And great benefit is there. But specifically, Prabhupada wanted that these books will actually be understood, or at least be respected by leaders in society, intelligent people. Because those persons then can start arranging or influencing the common masses, either by facilitating or simply encouraging them to live like this. Whatever it may be. We listened to, who was it who put it up yesterday? Sundar Gopal. I can't remember who it was here, but it was someone yesterday who showed me this video that somebody produces. What was it? Intermarché. You've heard of Intermarché? Some kind of chain store, some kind. You have it in IKEA and Intermarché. Is it Intermarché? Is it Intermarché in IKEA?
Yes.
So there are quite a lot of them. They're not big supermarkets, but they're kind of small supermarkets. Right? And they were really propagating a vegetarian turn towards vegetarianism. Quite something. How can you make friends with people you kill? Yeah, that's the whole thing. They used animals to depict them in some dinner table or something. Kids got baby. I know what it was. Stuffed toy animal, and then they're sat there eating the same animal on the table. It's kind of like, a bit contradictory. So, like that. That's, something is there, some effect is there on people's consciousness. That's the idea. So slowly, maybe facilitating, everything will collapse and people are desperately looking for alternatives or something. But whatever it is, Prabhupada says the books are out there. Even if we all go away, Prabhupada said, this movement will still carry on. Because the books are there. They're not just books. They're solid. That's what Prabhupada says, solid preaching. Technology, I was reading yesterday also, Prabhupada saying, we intelligent persons should use every means possible. Obviously, social media, all these things to try to distribute the message. But all that can just fade away in a moment. Electricity. The one button, nothing works, right? What are you going to do? Your computer doesn't work, your Kindle doesn't work, your mobile doesn't work. What are you going to do? How's your social media going to help you? Right? What do you think? You're a highly technological person. What will happen? Huh? suddenly everything goes pop. And nothing will work, will it? Pretty much nothing. The door won't open. You won't be able to get out your car or in it.
Lights will switch on.
Nothing will work, huh?
Lights will not switch on.
Like what?
Lights will not switch on.
Lights won't come on. Nothing will work. The oven won't work. The water won't come out the tap. Nothing will work. What are you going to do? It's such a, isn't it? Razor's edge. I mean, just one press of a button, the whole thing could boom. Isn't it? Oh my God, I better read the book. Where's that book? It's in the cupboard somewhere upstairs. In the attic. I better get it out quick. Solid preaching. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all in whatever way you're doing service on the altar, you're serving the kitchen, cleaning, whatever it may be. It's all, we're all in the same boat, and every part is important. We'll try to respect and support each other, and try to assist each other, to try to facilitate the mission of Srila Prabhupada. That's what we're here for. We're not here to do our own thing. If we want to stay in this world, we can look at it like that. And just be lazy. If we want to stay in the material world, we can be lazy. Nature of devotee is he's never satisfied, he wants to do more and more service. Always wondering how I can bring more pleasure to my spiritual master. The mood of devotion. Servant. Servant of the servant, 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 servant. Hare Krishna, 8:30. Time to move on. Any complaints? Generally only hear complaints, you don't hear. They did this to me. I should have done all this service. In the first place. Oh God, the weather's so awful. Police. Just done that thing.
Maharaj, you mentioned that the book distribution, the Sankirtan, is like the Rasa-Lila dance. Could you please expand on this?
Well, maybe not with us in the same way. Maybe rascal Lila in our case. But we're talking of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his associates, which has been expanded by those associates in the form of Briya, Madanga with the Kirtan. What is Rasa-Lila? Well, I guess rather than looking at the perceptible aspect of the activity, but what is Rasa-Lila? What does it mean? Huh?
Rasa means mellow.
Mellow. Lila?
Pastime.
There's a bit of it. What's funny about this? Something funny. What is Lila?
It's a pastime.
Pastime. Very mellow pastime. But that's a very, you could say, mild way of describing Rasa-Lila, isn't it? Pretty mild. It doesn't sound a mellow pastime. It doesn't sound like anything. You could just be, gliding along on your, whatever, your mobile or having a mellow pastime. Deeper, what is it?
Rasa can be also differently translated. For example, as taste.
Cake.
Taste.
Taste.
Just taste.
Good taste, man. A deep taste. The highest
Relationship.
So putting all that together, the highest, let's say, compatible, mellow relationship. What can we say from our perspective? I don't know if we use the word, but it's the deepest form, the epitome of absolute love, a loving exchange. The heart has absolute love, but the Leela is the deepest form of exchange. And the same thing with Lord in Gaur Leela. Gaur Leela is also eternal. It's not just a means to reach Krishna. It's eternal. It's an eternal realm of relationship, consciousness. So it's the deepest form. It's the deepest form loving expression of the Lord. Now, as stage, it's a practice which we like. I like chanting, or I don't like chanting, or whatever it is. Or I like this tune, I like this, place. I like. It's relatively mixed to their stage. But on the pure platform, as we said just now, the sounds that come out through Damodara's mouth in his manifested form are not just, they're actually exactly according to the desire of Lord Chaitanya, which is to fulfill Krishna. Adi-Lila is special. And through Damodara or Ramananda Roy or any of the eternal associates of the Lord, they're only in that mood of bringing pleasure first to Lord Chaitanya or Radharani and Krishna. They're Radharani's assistants in this mood, in this pastime. Just like Radharani has her eternal assistants who are just flavoring the mood that she's in. Perfectly flavoring it. It's like you make a beautiful preparation. You flavor it. Isn't it? You're going to make aloo sabji. There's 3 potatoes downstairs, there's a couple of tomatoes. Nobody took them. Sabji. Aloo sabji. You've got to know how to prepare them, right? You say, what would you like for dinner today? I would like potatoes for dinner. So you just give someone a raw potato. What else? Well, maybe you could put some spice in, okay? But you've got to know how to balance these things. You've got to know how to cook it properly. So it becomes very, very mellow, very nice taste. Nice taste. Mush or undercooked or not cooked at all. It's terribly spiced, or fried to death, boiled to death or something like that. Mixed with the wrong vegetables. Everything's got to be compatible. And Rasa-lila is the manifestation of the sweetest of all compatible relationships. So in Gaur-lila, they experience this in the kirtan. We don't probably experience much of that. And we get some mellow taste, and it's not that. It's not that. We say, you can read the descriptions of Rathayatra Festival, for instance, and the relationships which are taking place, and the emotional responses, the effects, the experience, to some degree are manifested, revealed. But the depth we cannot say, because it's a relationship which we don't have. It's a relationship, it's not just an exhibition of musical talents or nice dancing or singing or something, but it's actually everything, the sounds, the musical instruments, everything is just embellishing that aspect of the relationship between Radha and Krishna.
I remember from a lecture from Doin Thakurprabhu, he was saying that Doin Thakurprabhu was saying in a lecture that this book distribution is
Yeah.
The book distribution.
Sit down. Sit down. We better find out what's going on here.
He was saying along the lines that
Ragatmika Bhakti coming in.
That the book distribution is like bringing people closer to Krishna, and in the same way the gopis are bringing others closer to Krishna through their pastimes. I understood that correctly.
Yeah, well, that's the business of the eternal associates of the Lord. They don't come into this world just for the sake of it. They come here, obviously, Baba has made it clear, to attract by performing pastimes, whatever they may be, to attract people ultimately towards Bridget, to become an eternal servant of the Lord, awaken that service mood. So yes, it's to bring people back. That's what preaching means. Radharani is the embodiment of compassion. And devotees are sad to see. You see in Krishna Lila how the other, her assistants are sad to see. They want to give union between Radha and Krishna. When that's not there, they feel very, different moods, but in general they feel that, how to reunite them again, how to bring them together. So just the mood of a devotee, a representative of Radharani, sees that the conditioned souls, however fallen or covered they are meant to be bringing pleasure to Krishna. Preaching means is the mood of Radharani. She feels sad that Krishna's energies, which could be bringing him happiness, are not doing that. So Radharani and her party are always thinking of how to reconnect the fallen conditioned souls with Krishna for his pleasure. Not just to save them from suffering. That's what we say, save the conditioned souls. But it's really, the real absolute platform is to bring more pleasure to Krishna, not to save the conditioned souls. Save the whales.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Transcendental Book Distribution ki
Jai.
I was going to start at 6 o'clock this morning. I got my bag ready. I was in two minds whether to hit the road, get out there, but I didn't. Oh, do any of you know Dayal Garanga in Brisbane? Dayal Garanga? He used to be Daniel, dancing Daniel Das. You may have seen him. He doesn't really not. I mean, he loves to be. He goes on book the street because of his total faith and dedication. But he's not. Yesterday he decided he listened to something which was a conversation. He listened to it and he went out on the street at 2:30 and he couldn't stop. He stopped at 10:30 and he just did 45 Bhagavad quite well. He just did 45 Bhagavad Gita. That's a lot for him, isn't it? That's quite something, If you think you've got a hard time with book distribution, it's the enthusiasm which he had. Determined. I never asked him to do that. He wanted to come here and join the marathon. I said, you have your service there, you stay there. Do it there. 45 Bhagavad Gita. Amazing. Determination, because he just wanted to fulfill an instruction. It wasn't even an instruction, but a mood. That's devotion. We want to satisfy the mood. It's not some conditional thing. Then I'll get some favors. If I do that, then I'll be praised. Rini went out today. When I was reading the score, she walked out before 9. She didn't want to be glorified. Are you distributing small books or medium books?
Small.
What ones are you distributing? Which ones are small?
Introduction Bhagavad Gita.
They're not high taste. High taste is medium. As if you'd done one medium book yesterday, you would have beaten the rest of us. You're 0.3 of a book point behind him yesterday. He did 3 magazines, that's what they did. To your pleasure, one devotee yesterday took 800 small books. They distribute them all. They're anonymous, they never want their name to be mentioned. Senior devotee in this country. Not this chef, but French. So we added that counts, and we didn't put it on score because everyone will have to do with that. A little boost. Jai, ready to go? On with the show. Prashada, we may go. Don't be slow.
Let's go.
There is no snow.
Huh?
There is no snow.
No snow.
No snow.
No snow.
No
There's
snow.
no snow.
I was
How
continuing
do you know
the
there's no
rhythm.
snow? You have to go and see if there's snow.
But I'm too slow.
You're too slow. Never mind, you will grow.
I need a plow.
You need a plow. So on with your bow, let us go. The battle.
No for the show.
Thank you for the show.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
There's no marker, so you have to come out.
Hare
Janananda Goswami Maharaj ki
Jai.